On going to the first couple of days of my home life, not a clue what it was going to be about, or how it was going to make you feel, or how emotional it was going to end up. Didn't know really what to expect in the first couple of days. Didn't quite know if it was the right thing for me. Don't want to sound really silly. Felt as though it was a bit kind of hippy dippy, a bit kind of touchy feely. I'm not quite sure whether I was in the right place. Anyway, after day 4, it kind of things that started to fall into place, and then when we had the monthly meetings, everything seemed to definitely fall into place. You picked it up more, you realised where you were trying to go with it.
I think prior to going into my home life, I was a sort of, it's going to be my way or no way, and it was, you were quick to criticise. Always felt it was strict but fair. But now I would think I was more calmer, maybe in my approach to things, giving people the opportunity to explain things better than what I would have gave them before. I was probably quick to judge. Now I'm not quick to judge. I listen to both sides of the story.
Quite a quiet person, I'll just kind of sit in the corner and let people talk and let them go on. But now I feel more confident. It's been a journey, it's not just been a training course. It feels as if we've started a journey and we'll progress it, and it's not like this is it by for a year and we forget about it. It's going to be a continuing programme, continuing improvement.
I did feel annoyed with her, and I could have went in there, all guns blazing. I don't think it would have got me anywhere. I could see that she was stressed as well, and then I thought, right, I need to use a different approach with this woman, and I used the caring conversations, and I was curious, and we did connect emotionally. I mean, the two of us ended up crying together, and I just feel I was caring, and she knew I was caring, and we reached a far better understanding. As the conversation developed, I ended up saying, okay, what can we do for you? It's worked, and everything's been worked really well since. She hasn't been phoning in sick. I think things have been much better. I've got a better understanding, and I think she feels that I care.
I wanted to learn other ways of involving people and continuing to do that. Although as managers we've been on the project, we still have to cascade that information and that culture change down to everybody else, and that's a very, very slow process. That will ultimately, I would imagine, affect grades, because it will impact on the care that we deliver to the people that live in the care home. Their lives will be enhanced and enriched because of it.
We asked the staff to draw themselves at 80. Some of them drew some ridiculous pictures of themselves, some just wrote things down because they said they weren't good at drawing. Then we asked them what would be important to them when they were 80, and then we all discussed why. We then used the one-page profile and asked them to complete it on somebody that's very dear to them and that they love really, really well, and they would want people to know how to look after this person when they were older. That was the biggest surprise of all. The emotions in the room ran really, really high, but at the end of it they said it made them feel better because they'd managed to get it all off their chests. We are now rolling out the one-page profiles to all residents, so we're hoping that this is going to change the way everybody looks at these residents in the future.
I go in my own room and I've got, I can watch television, I've got a CD player, you know, I can play music and read books, do crosswords, and do that sort of thing. I join in social activities, you know, they bring in groups at times for entertainment, and I enjoy that. Only one sister left, she comes and her niece, and I take me out occasionally, you know.
Oh, I just enjoy it, that's all. It's the very fact that I'm creating something, then I enjoy it.
I'm over happy I've got peace the last years of my life. I used to be a carer, an auxiliary at Kirtland side for 18 years when I was young till I retired till I was 60 and enjoyed it very much. And now I've got to have to get help myself. But that's Jane. I couldn't go back home. I've had my husband since 2003, nurse, and I couldn't take any more. Day and night, and then I took this Parkinson, and I wasn't very well on and off, and I couldn't cope with it anymore, and I needed help myself. But that was it. We were a big happy family, and still are. I'm over happy in the home since I've come there. I never had it as good. The friendship and the nice everybody is, and the kindness show. And it's nice to see them all so happy and busy and enjoying everything, instead of sitting and mopping and doing nothing.
Well, they do. Oh, I love when they come in, they come up to me. I'll give them a cuddle. Bye. They come to me first.
I've really got attached here, and the girls, they're marvellous, the staff, they really are. Used to always talk about the nursing home, but now we talk about, with Sandy now, we talk about home, and that's a big point for Sandy. But I never thought he would ever settle down. Just, everything's so homely, and we just like it, we got on well with everybody. First we thought, oh, this is all what's left for us now, but there's more to it than that. It is home.
I came here 18 months ago, and the reason I'm in Craigie is because I'm blind. Otherwise, I would have been in my own home. But I have no regrets at all. They've been wonderful, very good, and the food is excellent. I like the place in general. They've been very good. I can't thank them enough, because I was left alone after I lost my sister, and it got to the stage I just couldn't stay alone. When I look back on it, I couldn't stay myself now. Too lonely.
When you look at things now and you look at how staff care for the residents, it certainly took a while, but we've got there in the end because they can see things. If you've got a happy staff, you've got a happy resident.
And coming into that letter really made me emotional. Very personal letter about the end of life care and respecting their choice but showing them what else can be done. Previously, when you're talking about end of life care, you would just normally be saying, well, this is what would happen. But using my home life, using the caring conversations about connecting further emotionally with them, what would you say for myself being courageous is to take that to the next step, the next level. I think that's helped me.
People now will understand that, you know, when they're approached by staff, if staff aren't their usual happy, jolly self, they'll understand why, because if the butterflies displayed, you know, it means that one of our residents are possibly at end of life or very poorly.
Increases people's understanding of it. Also very respectful, I think, for the person that has passed away as well.
I know that my dad is fine in the nursing home. He's been well looked after and I've got no worries whatsoever. Just a wee bit at a loss of how best to support my mum.
One of the things that I think we always struggled with in the home was getting people like our relatives and our residents really involved in their care. I think when people came to the nursing home, it was very much for the relatives. We're handing this, my loved one, over to you. We've sort of want a rest or need a rest now. Here, it's your job now. And I think now it's helped us find a way of actually talking to them and getting them more involved in mum or dad's care, but also for the resident as well. It's given us a way in there as well, because I think it's allowing us to connect with them a lot better. I think we've now found ways of connecting with them, whereas before we were struggling to actually think of, what is it that we can do to get their views? How can we get them to participate? And I think now it's given us the sort of kind of tools to do that.
We're going to have a wee informal get together, but I'm just hoping we get some help, wee suggestions for other relatives when we start with wee coffee mornings. For coffee and cake with other relatives who have had their relatives in the nursing home maybe for a wee while longer than what we have, to see if they've got any wee ideas and how best to help me just now with my mum and maybe other people at a later date.
Probably my attitude's changed to how I think I want people to help me more now and how we move forward, and not always thinking that I have to think how am I going to do it and how to fix it.
And there was a lot of sharing of good ideas, a lot of things that we shared through the action learning sets that we brought back and put into action, and they've certainly helped.
I've really enjoyed it. I went with an open mind. I was really surprised in some ways about how other people benefited from it, and I think that improved my experience as well. I think there's a real sense of community. I think there's a sense of trust that has built up to a degree. I think people have bonded very well, and I think the staff are bonding better with each other, and I think that's to the benefit of the care homes in East Ayrshire.
And at the end of the day, that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about improving care.
In the year of my home life, I think we now feel comfortable that you could lift the phone and say, can you give me a bit of help, and how can I do this, or how can I change this, and I'm not quite sure where to go. And I don't think anybody would think we're daft now if we ask for these questions and we ask for help.
I don't see it ending. I would hope it wouldn't end. It's definitely not the end of the journey. Definitely not.